Good Wednesday morning to you. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities, Subaru, and 802 Honda. They're all located off of Exit 7 on Interstate 89. Well, we got a pretty nice day in progress here on this Wednesday. A little bit of cloud cover hanging back in some parts of central Vermont, but most areas seeing a decent amount of sunshine. Weather system will be encroaching on us during the overnight period. It'll spread a messy precipitation amount across our region with some minor wet snow, not enough to cause any kind of utility hazards. For this VELCO weather hazards outlook, little to no utility impacts for this period. One full day of good project weather today, then two messy weather systems are on the way. These mostly to affect travel with marginal temperatures above and below 32 degrees. Mixed precipitation types Thursday morning and again in the evening. Another messy system will push in on Saturday afternoon. It'll tail off on Sunday. Again, marginally strong northwest wind gusts on the backside of that messy weather system. Two good project weather days to follow. One fairly cold on Monday and rebounded temperature on Tuesday. A little bit lowered confidence this far out. Current temperatures across the region show good signs of warming up here. Cooler, of course, east of the greens, warmer to the west. A nice shot of south to southeasterly wind. That'll kick in later this afternoon and boost those temperatures up just a bit. Looking at the 6-hourly panels, you can see that storm system off to the west crossing through the Great Lakes. Nice day in Vermont. This is valid during the morning hours, about 1 o'clock in the morning on Thursday morning. That precipitation makes a run at us. It looks like it'll be mainly rain west of the Green Mountains and mainly wet snow east of the Green Mountains. And that'll eventually sort of mix with raindrops as temperatures aloft warm. But some of the colder pockets will probably likely hang out not too far from 32 degrees east of the Green Mountains during the day on Thursday. That could make for a travel issue. And what ends up happening, a little heavier precipitation crosses mainly southern and central areas. And it's central areas that see probably the most snowfall, maybe up to about 2, almost 3 inches in some locations. That moves on out. It looks like we get into just kind of a period of unsettled weather here, and then a little bit more snow shower flurry activity on the backside. That'll happen during the overnight period up through about 7 o'clock on Friday morning. And then after that, just flurries that exit out of the region. A little bit bluster on the backside, but nothing of any significance. And then, unfortunately, we get a nice little ridging of higher pressure, but it won't bring us a day. It'll bring us a nice night on Friday night, Saturday morning. Saturday itself, we have the next run of precipitation incoming, and that is 1 o'clock. And then we jump 6 hours to 7 o'clock in the evening. And this is going to produce some, again, some mixed precipitation types, especially closest to the Northeast Kingdom, some of the deeper valleys of eastern Vermont. Most of us are going to see just plain old rain. This is a little bit more of a heavier system. This is some jet stream energy coming in from the Pacific Northwest. Now, on the back side of that system, we have a little bit of a gradient wind issue. This is Sunday at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. As precipitation begins to push off to the east of us here, we'll start to see improving conditions, at least on the back side of that system. But some gusty winds, marginal at this point. We could see some wind gusts up around 50 miles an hour in the central and southern Green Mountain summits. And lower winds down on the valley floor is more marginal the case. And again, these would be out of the northwest. After that, high pressure builds in on Monday and Tuesday for a couple fairly nice days. Monday will be kind of cold. In fact, cold enough that we'll see temperatures held into the 20s during the day. And then on Tuesday, we're looking at a nice rebound in temperature with incoming precipitation. And once again, we'll have to play the game with some mixed precipitation types as we get into basically Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, just outside and beyond the period. This is the GFS ensemble. Good agreement, looking at the precipitation coming in on the front side, a little bit of snow on the middle part of that. Again, this is centered on Burlington, Vermont. So east of the greens, this would be a lot bluer. However, we're looking at generally rain in the middle of this, and then this changes over to some snow on the backside. Cold enough to snow, as these plumes show us. And then our next weather system coming in Saturday afternoon. A little touch of snow, mostly just rain. Again, this is centered on Burlington, west of the greens. This would be probably showing up as some snow on some parts of the Northeast Kingdom. But then it's really the front side and the back side of these systems with sort of rain in between. We'll call it a rain sandwich. This is total precipitation over the next 7 days, both rain and snow, primarily rain, however. In Vermont, we're looking at the blue line here. This is representative of 1 inch amounts. A little bit more than that, the main coastal areas, as these storms move by, they increase and they unload and they pick up a little bit more moisture off the Atlantic Ocean. So heavier precipitation to the west, to the east of us, and then out over the Great Lakes as well. The big action, though, is going to be the Sierra Nevada, Northern California, up in the Pacific Northwest, into the central and northern Rockies. Very dry in the plains. Secondary precipitation is going to be across the Ohio Valley, Great Lakes, and into the northeast United States, adjacent southeastern Canada. GFS temperature ensemble forecast, looking at, let's look at 850 hectopascals, or 850 millibars. Roughly the top of Mount Mansfield. Temperature is cold enough to snow, right on the snow rain line. Cold enough to snow, going above. And this is why we're going to see a little bit of rain here mix in on Saturday. Again, we're dicey, not much above 0 degree isotherm there. So looking at the surface temperatures here, we get up to highs today without any precip issues, pushing toward 40. Now, looks like tonight we get that precipitation issue and those temperatures go above freezing. Again, this is centered on Burlington, Vermont, and then it cools down on the backside. Our coldest temperatures the morning of the 18th. That would be on Friday into actually Sunday, excuse me, and then it warms back up again for basically Monday will be a cold day, and then Tuesday we start to warm back up. Looks like another repeat just beyond that. These are maximum temperatures for the next 5 days. The overall weighted temperatures are running about 3 degrees below. It's warm out to the west of us. And 3 days later, cold, still warm out to the west. We might be staying in this colder than normal pattern for the next couple of weeks. Nothing to mention or worry about the tropics. You can see a bit of a subtropical jet stream, a lot of shear taking place, so no worries out here. If anything were to develop, this would be the one that would move up the coast. We have one system out here. It's about a 10% chance for formation over the next 48 hours. This has been off and on, and this could affect Europe if it does form. Extratropical, probably. And leave you on this. This is total accumulated snowfall between now and next Sunday. Next Monday, Sunday night, Monday morning. And you can see the amounts here, about 4 inches Morrisville, 5 inches up around Jay Peak, 2 inches Newport, almost 5 inches, it looks like, around Lyndonville, 3 inches St. Johnsbury, 3 inches Montpelier, 4 inches east of Rutland, and so forth. Mainly higher terrain, least amounts across western parts of Vermont, with several of these weather systems kicking on through. Again, this is accumulated snowfall, not necessarily snow depth. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.